dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. Governor Beshear is holding a news conference on COVID-19. If you want to watch that, you can find it on our second channel, Heroes and Icons, or the WYMT Facebook page. But first at 4, the Kentucky Division of Forestry is warning Kentuckians of the upcoming fire hazard season. In light of the recent weather conditions the Commonwealth has seen, WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from one fire department in Pike County.
Today's weather is far from warm, but things may soon be heating up for area fire departments as spring forest fire season kicks off tomorrow. Pikeville firefighters say now is the time to prepare, with the hazard season kicking off as the weather begins to shift. A burn ban is in effect starting tomorrow, allowing for burning only between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. And officials say you should only burn during the exempt hours if doing so safely.
That just means that we need to be extra cautious while burning. If we have any open fires outside, just don't leave them unattended. Make sure you have some way to suppress the fire, like a water hose or a bucket of water, something like that to keep on hand, or a fire extinguisher, of course.
Firefighters say if you notice a forest fire, stay away and call 911 immediately, saying all of the recent fallen trees from the winter weather can cause things to spread a lot quicker. In Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, those burn ban hours are statewide, and spring forest fire season ends on April 30th. Well, we had the chance to talk with Attorney General Daniel Cameron earlier today. One topic we discussed are the high power bills many people across eastern Kentucky are seeing right now. The AG says his office has heard concerns and explained how the fuel adjustment clause kicks in when energy costs fluctuate.
Try to articulate and convey to the Public Service Commission how important it is to, try to make sure that we can get that fuel adjustment clause in some way restrained so that, folks aren't having to bear the brunt.
The AG says his office will continue to communicate with the Public Service Commission. He says his office has saved Kentuckians nearly $260 million in utility rate increases. You can hear much more tonight on Issues and Answers at 7 o'clock on WYMT. One Eastern Kentucky boy is making waves in the world of motocross racing. 8-year-old Jackson Banks from Letcher County began his racing career in June 2020. Banks has had a first successful season of racing, winning several awards in the process. His father, Junior Banks, says his son shows true sportsmanship as he does competitiveness.
This little kid, smaller than what he was, had turned his motorcycle over and was stuck and couldn't pick it back up. So he stops and lays his motorcycle down and helps this little boy get back on his bike and get it started. Then he goes over and picks his back up.
Currently, Banks has 6 sponsors, one being Tim Short Chevrolet in Hazard, where Banks' father works.
Continuing to watch some chilly temperatures around the mountains this afternoon. However, we got some changes on the way as we head into the next couple of days or so. High knob camera at UVA Wise right now, right at freezing on this Valentine's Day afternoon. But what I love about this shot, not a cloud in sight. Buffalo Mountain camera here in Perry County, a few degrees warmer, sitting at 37, but also just as clear out there at the moment. Temperatures around the region, well, we're looking in pretty cool shape. Middle 30s as you head over toward the Big Sandy, even still in the upper 20s in Logan. Look to our south and west, though. We got mid 40s into portions of the Cumberland Valley, but most of us upper 30s to low 40s out there. Satellite and radar, yeah, we had a few clouds around this morning, maybe a flurry, but we're all clear now, and we look to stay that way as we head into tomorrow and at least the first part of Wednesday. So keep that WYMT weather app handy because we have some changes on the way. But first, another chilly night down into the upper 20s, even the mid-20s out there in some spots. But we've got some warmer air on the way. I'll have the details on that coming up in just a little bit. Steve?
Evan, thank you. The busiest border crossing between the U.S. and Canada is open again. Canadian police moved out trucks and demonstrators who had blocked the Ambassador Bridge between Detroit and Windsor, Ontario. It was part of a larger protest against COVID-19 restrictions. CBS's Chris Van Cleve is there.
This morning, the Ambassador Bridge is back open to traffic and trade after police broke the Canadian border blockade Sunday, arresting dozens of demonstrators and towing vehicles, ending a week of protest over the country's pandemic restrictions. Sunday's police sweep came after a court-issued deadline to clear the road Friday night. Was there a safety concern yesterday? Because it sort of felt like you had a 24-hour staring contest with the protesters.
I certainly wouldn't call it a staring contest, but it was communication and dialogue between the police and the protesters involved.
Sarah Grove says she's been protesting against COVID-19 mandates for a year.
We felt that no matter what we do, these mandates are not going to end. And that's what this is about.
I'm tired of a lockdown too.
Ralph Paul Frack voiced his frustration at the protesters.
I love the protest, but I think it's gotten too long to the point where a lot of people are losing their job.
Traffic is flowing in both directions up on the Ambassador Bridge, and that is welcome news, particularly for the auto industry that has faced disruptions in several states at an estimated cost of around $850 million. Analysts tell us it could take months for the supply chain to catch up. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Detroit.
If you are looking to buy a used car, you may want to think twice. New data shows the average price for used cars and trucks jumped by 40.5% from January 2021 to January of this year. However, buying new may not be the answer either, since new vehicles are still up around 12% themselves, averaging around 46 grand. The computer chip shortage is contributing to the higher new car price tag. Tesla is facing another recall, one that owner Elon Musk is blaming on the fun police. More than 500,000 vehicles need to have adjustments made to the boombox feature. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is not amused that it allows drivers to play sounds like a bleeding goat on an external speaker. Federal officials say it's a safety issue for pedestrians who might not interpret those sounds as a proper warning. Tesla will release a firmware update to disable the feature. First Lady Jill Biden has decorated the White House lawn with a Valentine to the country. The installation on the north lawn features a large hand-painted heart with wooden cutouts of the Biden pets. Commander, the Biden's puppy, and their kitten Willow join their owners in wishing America faith, hope, and love. The quote comes from 1 Corinthians. The First Lady is also hosting D.C. second graders with a tour of the Valentine's decorations inside and outside the White House. Let's head over to Wall Street now. This Monday, the Dow closes down more than 172 points. We'll have more financial news in our next half hour. But when we return on First at 4, hear why one Indiana man is alive today because of a sign he held up at a football game.
And it was a chilly weekend around the mountains, but we got some good news if you're a fan of milder temperatures. I'll have the latest on the way next.